right. Can I call Nikhil, Shravan, and Rajveer up on the stage? Can we start? All right. Good morning, everybody. So we just had a very quick intro about ISF, and for the ones who are gathered here, come on over. You guys can be right here in the front. Do you have hand mic? Yeah. Grab those mics. Get one first. You guys take those mics. You can be here. Come in the front. Okay. So, good morning and welcome. Go right there. You guys are entrepreneurs, so don't be shy. Okay. So all the way there. Okay. So we had a very quick introduction about ISF, and I can fill in the gaps for everyone else. But welcome to you, all of you. We're actually putting it in the context of, what does ISF do? Okay. In a summary, we are actually democratizing entrepreneurship. I know that sounds very lofty, but what essentially we do is we get the funding access and the market access for the type of startups that can't easily get it. And these are the ones who are either stuck away from the limelight, they're in rural areas, they're doing things that that's not very well defined yet, but has a great potential. But most importantly, they don't have the pedigree that puts them in the front line of those institutionalized investors who grab them. So there is an established system of filtering these startups up to the top, and some of these guys miss that, unfortunately. And somebody else will have to pick that up and bring them to that stage. So we're actually happy doing that because we're almost always the first check, who does that. And as you know, we start from the ground floor then, right? So in fact, Jay and I brainstormed a lot 2 years ago when we were doing this ISF, and we said, you know what, if there is one important thing that we can actually do is instead of pulling these guys up to the top and then going to an investor and say, hey, this looks great, invest. It happens, but it takes time. So we said, why don't we have our own pool of money? So we invest. So we started ISF Angels. It's an angel network. So we're about 250 crores right now. So for those startups, that must be music to your ears. It's still a very complicated process. But if you work with us, and that's why I have these guys up here. Yes, startups get funded. Out of the 250, we started with 250. We deployed about 54. Then we said, 250 sounded like a very good number. So we actually replenished. So we have more, more commitments into the pool. So we are back to 250 again. And I think Jay keeps making my life harder and harder. He says next target is 500. So Jay, you find another clone of mine and it'll be a little easier. Okay. So why do we have these people here? Yes, they have a story to tell. And these guys, by the way, these are already funded by ISF Angels. And we have actually found other investors for them. They have co-invested with us. And usually the good thing about a startup, there's a bad thing about a startup and a good thing about a startup. The bad thing about a startup is if they burn all their money without making much, they need more money. That's usually a bad thing. But if they start making so much money that now they say whatever we raised was not enough, so we need more, is more a working capital at that time, we're very happy to replenish. And Nikhil is one such example. We started him back in February. So he said, okay, we'll raise 3 crores for you. So we raised 3 crores. And then 2 months later, he says, I think we need more. I said, why do you need more? And he told us, actually showed another half a dozen customers who have signed up. Now he needs to build the team for it. He needs to bring in all the equipment for that. So it makes sense, right? So it's good problem to have, okay? Shravan has a very interesting story to tell in terms of robotic surgery and all that. And Raju has a very interesting story to tell in terms of the agri-tech. So I'll let them tell their story. But they all represent one or the other attribute of a successful entrepreneur who is very persistent, who is going everywhere and getting persistent and hardworking and, trying to do things that are not easy to do, right? And these guys are trying to do things that probably when they explain first doesn't make sense to anybody and then slowly starts, delivering value, right? So I have a challenge for them. You have less than 2 minutes and somebody has to time for me. And for your benefit, I'll take exactly 6 minutes or under. I want them to pitch. However they pitch, okay? If they fall short, then I'll pitch, okay? So you guys take, who's timing for me? So many mobile phones and nobody can time for me. Okay, there you go. Sandeep, you listen to him when he says time is up because he might be one of your potential customers, right? So, all right, Sandeep, 2 minutes, okay, you call them off. Okay, go ahead, Nikhil. Sure. With or without slides, go tell your story.
Right. Good morning, everyone. And thank you, sir, for gracing this event. So 6 Degree is powering one of the fastest growing technologies in India, e-commerce. We are powering fashion, retail, and lifestyle brands to grow their e-commerce business from whatever scale they are to the maximum potential that they can grow. There are three big problems that have happened. In fact, the three largest opportunities that have happened in the last 5 years, right? Real estate is getting very, very expensive. I think people in Andhra would know how fast the real estate is growing today, right? So stores cannot open at the way they used to grow. So how do you grow then? How do you reach your customers? E-commerce, right? COVID. COVID brought everyone to buy online, right? And now that's become a part of our life. 15% of an average Indian brand sales is coming from e-commerce today. The third is the beauty of rural brands and small brands. There are hundreds and lakhs of brands coming in every day and amazing products, but we don't know them because we believe in trust issues. We want brands which we can trust. How do you build trust with those brands? E-commerce has a very powerful way of telling that story. Right? And that's what we do at 6 Degree. Did you know that the e-commerce market in the retail and lifestyle sector today is 1.2 lakh crore? And that's not a small number. It is growing at a rate of 34% year on year. That's the compounded rate it's growing at. So in 5 years, I believe that 30% of India's retail business is going to come from e-commerce. And that's a big number that we're trying to grow. So if brands over here, if people want to start a new brand and scale digitally, we are the right people for you, right? And we do this in two things. One is technology. India is a hub of technology, and that's what we power. Your websites, your marketplaces, your brand building, everything is something that we take care of. Second, we take you to the consumer. We help consumers identify you, find you, believe you, and then buy you.
Done.
Right? So that's 6 Degree for you. Yeah, thank you.
Stop. Okay, so the long story short, right? So you're probably wondering, what's the fashion technology related company doing in a place like Vijayawada? Believe it or not, the rural India is probably going to the most fashion conscious segment in the next 5 years. And if you don't take my word for it, just watch China. You know, some of the places you can't find a poorly dressed person there, right? So if you are sitting in a corner of Andhra Pradesh, wondering how you're going to compete with the best of an apparel brand in the country, those are the technologies that will come to your help, right? And in fact, you already have brands coming out of Vijayawada?
How many of you know Twills? Raise your hand. So many of you. It's from Vijayawada.
Yeah, and they're
right
on his system.
So
all right, your
that's
pitch is
the story.
done. So, okay, so I was actually 2 days ago, if I had done this, I would have said, you know, we need 1 more crore for this guy, but today is done. Okay, so you might want to invest, but sorry, next time, right? Okay, you're next. So Sandeep.
Yeah, hello everyone. I am Shravan Kumar Maddela, founder of SciChip Robotics Private Limited. Actually, what we developed is an AI-based assistant surgical robotic system that helps laparoscopic surgeons in maneuvering the laparoscopic cameras during the surgeries. So this camera can make surgeries safer and faster by helping the surgeons autonomously maneuver the laparoscopic camera, reducing the reliance on human assistants in the surgical room, making their hand movements not restricted. So basically we have competitors, but we will become an import substitute in India. And also the second product that we are bringing up is a remote surgical robotic platform where surgeon can sit apart from a farther distance and operate a patient from 40 kilometers away, at least 40 kilometers away. So then we have seen 18.6 million deaths every year due to the delayed treatment of the patients that are traveling from one place to another place, or the surgeon being traveled from one place to another place. So we are solving this problem with our solution, the remote surgical AI-based assistant, which can really operate a patient remotely on a wireless and time-sensitive platforms. We are currently in the development phase. The first product is currently under the regulatory process, where we have already applied for the test licenses. The second product is in pipeline for the process and development. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For giving me this.
So for every second saved, we'll get 1 crore of investment. Yeah. All right. You're next. So he doesn't want to say anything now. All he wants is 2 crores. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. So Jama Botanics is an agriculture, produce, trading company, and mind you, we trade quality. Okay, so we have a very unique tripod model wherein JAMA is in the center. We have the farming community, the institutional buyer, and the technology partner. So farming community, we have identified their problems they face right from the soil. So we might have many models like farm to fork and things like that, but what about the soil? If the soil is not good, nothing is going to be good. So we work on this model from soil to store, and institutional buyer, they want to buy quality, but is there a proof of quality? So yes, again, through technology, we are providing them proof of quality right from soil to store. And of course, technology partner is our nervous system, so we don't work without that. And so we have a JAMA DG Farms, that is our integrated agriculture technology platform, wherein we have satellite-based soil testing. So satellite-based soil testing gives you a soil report having 5 parameters of soil health in 5 minutes and in 16 languages to make it much more easier for the farmer to understand, along with the agronomy services. So as we said, we work with the farmer with a lot of empathy and not sympathy. Okay, so we have agronomy services, and we provide the reports on WhatsApp, and we are also working on the AI this thing, wherein the farmer can hear the report in his or her own language. That is one thing. And now coming to the institutional buyer needs proof of quality. And as I told you, we work from soil to store. So how this thing works? For example, there are 2 farmers. They're growing the same crop, same geographic and demographic facilities, but the yields are different. Why? It is because of the practices and the decision making, when what needs to be done. So in order to get these things organized, we have JAMA DG Farms, the farm activity management services that regulates, standardizes, and organizes the entire process of pre-harvest. And yes, this is not possible. We have a triple S model: Samstha, Samaja, and Sarkara. That's how it all works.
All right. Thank you, Rajveer. One big round of applause for everybody. So now, before I call my partner in crime here, so I hand it off to him for the rest of the things. Please remember, my ask are only 2. If any startup known to you, you refer them. We'll get them into the platform. We'll start getting help from them. How many of you are interested in investing in great startups like this? That is my pitch. Okay. Some hands. It can be a few lakhs, it can be a few crores. Oh, there you go. I see. Good. I'm very happy. Come talk to me after that. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dina. Thank you, startups. This is what ISF, this is what Ankur Yatra does. Help the startups to nurture from the ground level to the global. So every good initiative starts with the light lampening. Now I request all the chief guests and guests of honors to be on the stage for the lampening of the light. So I request Dr. Pemasani Chandrasekhar, Honorable Minister of the State for Rural Development and Communication, to come onto the stage. And I request Sri Rajshekhar Chintalapalli, IFS, Ministry of External Affairs. I request Dr. J.A. Chaudhary, Founder and Chairman, ISF and Rural Ankura Bus Yatra. I request Sri Koneru Satyanarayana, Chairman, Koneru Lakshmaya Education Foundation. Requesting Mr. Sandeep Paidi, Managing Partner, KPMG for Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Requesting Mr. Deenanath, Co-Founder for ISF, to come onto the stage. Requesting Mr. Satyendra, co-founder of ISF, to come onto the stage for lamp lighting. Yes, yeah, yes, I've already invited. Request Chairman Satyanarayan Garu to come onto the stage. Yes, yeah. Now I request Dr. J.A. Chaudhary, founder and chairman, ISF and Rural Ankura Bus Yatra, to come and deliver the speech. So he is the founder for ISF, one of the chief architects of information technology in India, and former special chief secretary. So he doesn't like.
Good morning to all of you. Honorable Minister, Dr. Chandra Pemmasani Garu, Honorable Chairman of KLU Group of Institution, Sri Satyanarayana Garu, and my colleagues on the dais, all the volunteers of ISF and Ankura Yatra, other distinguished guests here, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students. I feel extremely privileged to be part of this program today in the presence of our Honorable Minister. The reason why I am mentioning this, because our main objective is to create more entrepreneurs, that too from rural areas. That's what International Startup Foundation is all for the last 2 years. We have been championing how do we create more entrepreneurs. See, when the East India came to India to rule us, they made sure that everybody in India becomes a slave. In fact, I jokingly keep telling that's the reason probably why our slave industry, the so-called services industry, did very well. They became a multi-billion, multi-trillion-dollar industry in all the countries we had sent our teams and all that. So far, that did very well. But now, the cycle is coming back. Once upon a time, we were all entrepreneurs. All the innovations came from India, including Zero. And unfortunately, we lost that, and everybody start thinking somebody from America or Europe, they have to give me a job, then I'll complete that job. The so-called the services, IT services jobs. Today, fortunately or unfortunately, the technology is going to take away all the jobs. So now we are forced to think of becoming an innovative entrepreneur. Now we are forced to create new products, new IPs from India. That's the greatest opportunity which I see. A lot of people keep telling, no, generative AI is going to take away millions of jobs from India, and there won't be any jobs for the youngsters who are coming out of the colleges. To some extent, it is true. But what is the opportunity? India with 1.5 billion population today, who are all digitally connected, where is the market? India is the market. I don't think Europe is the market or America is the market. China, anyway, we can't go to China. But where is the market? Why multinational companies are coming to India today? Earlier, when I started the software technology parks of India way back in 80s and 90s, that time they were coming to India for cost arbitrage and available to the manpower. Today, there is no cost arbitrage. But they are coming to India for technology arbitrage. We have a lot of people, R&D scientists are there, innovators are there. They are coming for that. And they are coming for the India market. India market is a huge market today. That's the reason why, in fact, I'll tell you, when we were supplying chips to Apple iPod through our startup company called Portal Player. That time I used to ask the Apple management in Silicon Valley, why you don't have presence in India? Why do you don't sell Apple phones in India? India is not our market. China is our market. Europe is. Today, where is the market for Apple phones? India. And they are manufacturing in India and they are selling in India. Their market share is increasing. So that is the kind of a transformation which has happened in India. I think all the advantages are there with India. We have people, we have problems to be solved. We have great leaders like Dr. Chandra Pemmasani and great educational institutions like KLU and all that. I think it is the greatest opportunity. The reason why we have started this entrepreneurial journey, identifying, you have seen the sample of what kind of companies that we are picking. They are all, one from Bombay, one from Delhi, another one from Sullurpet. So they are coming from different parts of the countries, they are providing the solutions, but unfortunately nobody is trying to identify them and trying to give them the funding and show them the market access. So what ISF has done all this 2.5 years, first of all we have to identify which are those early stage startup company where there is a good entrepreneur and a good product, and give them little bit of money through ISF angels. Then afterwards, see, many companies are dying because of not able to reach to the market. The so-called startup death valley, 90% of the company they are dying, early stage company. Why? Because there is no market for them. They are not able to reach out to the market. So market access is very, very important. The third one, what we are doing, mentoring. ISF today, we have more than 500 mentors, global mentors who are mentoring many startups. So that is, these are the three the things which ISF, International Startup Foundation, has become very popular. Why companies from T-Hub, they come to us, why companies from Bombay, they come to us, companies from Delhi, they come to us, because we are able to nurture them, handhold them, see that they are successful. With that journey we started, and we have a flagship conference happening in the month of September, this next month. Honorable Minister also agreed to come for that conference. It's a 3-day conference. Nearly 22 foreign delegates are also participating in this conference, and we have more than 1,000 CXOs and investors, all the GCC, Global Capability Centers, for example, Wells Fargo head or State Street country head, they are all participating in this conference. Why we are inviting them? And our tagline for our ISF is 3 C's. One is connect, then second one is collaborate, third one is celebrate. First of all, you need to connect them. For example, we have a meetup event today at KL University. If there are any startups from the KL University, they can actually reach out to us. There are a lot of successful entrepreneurs are here, investors are here, all of them are here. It's only, you have to take some time and catch hold of them and see that how your product, they can like your product and all that. So that is the first connection. Then collaboration. A lot of entrepreneurs, they think that, no sir, everything we have to do it, and I don't want to share my equity with others. That is not a right kind of mindset for them to succeed. They have to collaborate. They have to give away some equity so that their company will. So we enable that collaborations. The third one is celebrations. When the company start creating jobs, start creating the wealth and becoming a unicorn, that's where we celebrate. That's why all our conferences, we named this as a festival. International Startup Festival, like a Sankranti festival or Ugadi festival, we keep celebrating our festival. So that's one aspect of ISF. I request all of you to participate. The second one, the most important, first time which is happening in the country, we are taking a journey called India Startup Bus Yatra. What is this Bus Yatra? We named it as Ankur Yatra because all other states are also asking us to do the same thing. See, what I noticed, when we had our conference last year in Muddanahalli, in a small village near Bangalore, all the topics were all related to the rural education, what are the issues, rural agriculture, what are the issues, rural healthcare, what are the issues, rural finance, what are the issues. All these things were deliberated in our roundtables last year conference. We came lot of decisions or suggestions or recommendations, how we can. That's when actually we thought of even thinking about how do we concentrate on the rural area, because for startup, what is the fundamental thing? For startup, it needs one problem to be solved. The days have gone when somebody can create one app, sir, I got a unicorn idea and all. Those days are not there, because generative AI can create any app within seconds, right? That app-based startups are gone. Then where are the opportunities for startups? Startups have to identify a real problem. Where are the problems? Problems in the rural area. If you have an eye around Vijayawada, Gannavaram or Guntur parliamentary constituency, you can find n number of problems. If only we identify those problems, curate the problems, and you try to solve the problem, a lot of investors are there to invest in you, because they want entrepreneurs to solve a problem at a sustainable, scalable way. That's where now ISF through Ankur Yatra to give a భరోసా, అంటే మన వాళ్ళకి చాలామంది రూరల్ ఏరియాలో, సార్ నాకు ఫండింగ్ లేదు, తర్వాత నాకు ఐడియా ఎవరు మెంటర్స్ లేరు, మేము చిన్న విలేజ్లో ఉన్నాము, చిన్న టౌన్లో ఉన్నాము. నో, there are so many people from America, from Europe, Singapore, they are all coming in the month of end of September 30th at 25 different locations. All these entrepreneurs who belongs to that particular district, they are all coming from different parts of the globe to just send a message that మేము ఉన్నాము, మీ వెనకాల మేము భరోసా ఇస్తున్నాము, you start a company, we are going to help you. See that not only funding is only lowest element in the startup journey, the mentoring, how do they get the market and all. These people who are all well connected globally, they're going to back you up, and also they are planning to create jobs in the rural areas. That's the reason why this Ankur Yatra we are starting in the month of September 30th from different parts of Andhra Pradesh. They are going to start, and all the buses, with startup entrepreneur locally, and along with the CXOs and investors, they will travel in those buses, come to Amravati. Amravati, we have a meeting on October 1st. We requested Honorable Minister also to interact with the startups selected in those regions, and also interact with the CXOs who are coming from different parts of the globe. Those interactions will happen on October 1st. October 2nd, we requested Honorable Chief Minister and all the ministers, Honorable Ministers, to flag off those buses. These buses coming from different parts of Andhra Pradesh, they will all go to Sri City. Why Sri City we have selected? See, most of the startups, they don't have access to the manufacturing company. They don't have access to the real corporates. That's where Sri City has got 250 manufacturing companies. Japanese companies are there, Taiwanese companies are there, South Korean companies are there in different areas of segment, not only agriculture, and the machinery, and even so they are creating even railway engines and all that. That kind of companies are located. The last 2 days, I spent a lot of time in Sri City. So these companies who are selected through the Ankur Yatra, they get exposure to these companies, 250 companies in Sri City. They are going to spend one complete day and get that connection, that how my idea can be given to XYZ companies in Sri City. This is the kind of journey that we are planning in Ankur Yatra. I request all of you to participate. It's a golden opportunity for any startups, because when you are traveling, for example, you are selected from say Guntur parliamentary constituency, one startup is selected. They will travel in the same bus, where along with other CXOs who are coming from, for example, I'll tell you the name. One BNY Mellon global CTO is a managing director, lives in New Jersey. He's coming. Such people are many are coming. And suppose he is traveling along with you in the same bus, going from Amravati to Sri City. You have lot of almost 5 hours of journey. In the 5 hours of journey, you are captive audience to them. They have to listen to your pitch. So you have golden opportunity to talk about what is your company is doing, what kind of help is required. That is a golden opportunity for any startup who are going to be selected, who are going to travel in those buses, interacting with those global investors and collaborators and CXOs. So try to make use of this opportunity. And with this, I want to thank KL University chairman and entire management for giving us the opportunity to have this cut and razor program at this university. I also want to thank our Honorable Minister, though he has got a lot of other engagement. In spite of that, he has given his precious time. I want to thank all the investors and companies. In fact, one company came all the way from Silicon Valley to participate, and he was driving when I called him from Hyderabad airport to here. Sean, are you still here? I think he may be stuck somewhere in the traffic. He is number 2 in the sales force in Silicon Valley. He also wants to help the companies who are here. Such people are here. So make use of such CXOs and investors who are present here in this hall, and see that we create more startups and create more jobs, create more wealth for the nation. With this, I want to thank all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir, for wonderfully articulating what ISF is about and what Ankur Yatra is about. So now I request Sri Koneru Satyanarayan Garu to give his speech. So he's an educational entrepreneur and philanthropist with over 40 years of experience in educational institution leadership. Mr. Satyanarayana has been at the forefront of technology innovation in education and commit to impact of academic excellence on the society.
Honorable Minister of State for Rural Development and Communication, Dr. Pemasani Chandrasekhar Garu, Dr. J.A. Chaudhary, Founder and Chairman, ISF and Rural Ankura Bus Yatra, and other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, and the CEOs and various other guests who have come all the way to attend this function, and my dear students. I am really delighted today because when we started this KL College of Engineering about 45 years back, in this rural area of Guntur district. Myself and my father, Koner Lakshmi Garu, actually our aim was to create the entrepreneurs, not the job seekers but job creators. That was our aim to start this KL College of Engineering. And in fact, we did a lot of, our activities always used to be towards that creating entrepreneurs all the time, right from 1980 when we started this. In this direction, in fact, at KL University, we take up a 360 degrees approach for the students, that when we enroll the students in the first year itself, we take a note of the students, which area, which track they want to take, whether they want to go for job or entrepreneurship or for research or for higher studies, like what is that they want to do. And then we have different tracks, and we have a well laid out the procedure for the students to become entrepreneurs or the leaders. We have so many programs we have at KL University which create the leaders of the country. As you know very well, we have a lot of shortage of leaders or entrepreneurs at this country. We have a lot of talent in this country. So we are giving a lot of efforts, and we have a well-designed program. In fact, we have different courses like design thinking and innovation and incubation. Design thinking, we have made it mandatory, and we have incorporated in all the core courses. The core itself, like how to do, how to design, how to think new, how do we think, how innovation is carried out in the mind thinking itself. That is how we designed all our courses. Most of our courses, the content itself is like that. In fact, we have 3 incubation centers at KL University, funded by Government of India, and TBI, Technology Business Incubator we have, Atal Incubation Center we have, and MeitY Incubation Center we have. And we also have about 100 incubators are going on. 100 incubators are, doing their incubation work at KL University right now at present. And we give very, very high priority, and we have connected to a lot of good mentors and all that to give them. And in fact, even sometimes if the project is really good, we are trying to give even our internal funding also to even our students and also our faculty. We are giving very, very high priority, and even we have introduced the giving very high priority for the skilling of a student. In fact, maybe we got the highest award from AICTE, that most number of skilling and MNC skilling certifications our students did. Last year our students did around 15,000 multinational certifications, skilling certifications. You know, in entire India, when you go to, and the people, there is a talk among the software companies and MNC companies who say that most of the students, they don't have the employable skills from India. But at KL University, we are assuring, and we know that all our students, you know, because that last 16, 17 years, we are making 100% placement. Those whoever register for placement at KL University, they are getting placements. It is not only that regular 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs and all, up to 50, 60 lakhs for an undergraduate student, we are getting placement. That shows that how we are concentrating on the students' skilling. We are making them real employable students. And also, similarly, we are giving equal concentration on the entrepreneurship also. And we have a lot of things. We have even in the subjects itself, a student wants to do a particular area he wants to go, we are giving him additional subjects where he wants to do the innovation, incubation and all that. In fact, it is such a coincidence. I am really happy that today that our J. Chaudhary Garu is explaining, our minister, Pemmasani Garu, in our office today morning, that he was concentrating on this rural startups and all that. In fact, we at KL University, we started this concentrating on the rural. We have a program called like the Smart Rural program. We have started a startup which is helping our students to think. Actually, in fact, we have made it mandatory that every student must go and stay in the village for about 15 days. And so they interact with the villagers there, and they try to get what are the problems the villagers are facing there. We have adopted about 108 villages, and they go and they note down what are the problems the villagers have, and they are coming back to the university and they are doing that, giving solutions for those problems as they are taking up as a project. In fact, we also have the social internship program. We have another program. We have made it compulsory, social internship program. That is not, it is not that they are doing, we have the projects, regular projects they do in the first year and second year, third year, final year, they do the projects. That is different. Other than this, every student must do one social internship program. This also they have to go to the society and get the problems they are identifying. They should identify the problem and they should do the internship and give a solution and submit it to their this thing as a part of their requirement. We have made it compulsory. By doing all these things, in fact, our students are able to really do or connect or think new and do all these things. In fact, I have one more program which project we are going to take up. We have already finalized. That is like exactly what he is doing. I want to take up the model of the village. Like you know, we used to call the Swarna Yugam. Everybody knows, I think, here what is Swarna Yugam of India. Like the same thing what Chaudhary Garu was telling. It is exactly in the village. Nobody used to go out. Everybody used to do their things on their own. They used to have their own skills. Then they used to produce the products. And they used to be like entrepreneurs. Now, what we call today the entrepreneurs earlier. It used to be there and thousands of years in India, and now it is gone. Same concept. In fact, from KL University, I want to start as a model village. I want to start and I want to show and prove it, and then take it up and go to the government and say, here we can do this. This is the project we are going to take up right now, and I want to show like how to do. I mean, in the village itself, the people should not go like Chaudhary Garu is telling that there should not be any migration from the village. Now all our Indian, even entire world, the entire economy is depending on the towns and the cities. That should come back to the villages actually. Actually, village should get the town people or the city people must depend and send their money to the village. That is the model I am thinking actually, and I am very sure it is going to be successful, and we are going to do that. And definitely I request our minister, luckily he is our rural minister now, our MP, our local MP, and he is our rural minister, and I will definitely go and submit this project to him, and also our great visionary, our Chandrababu Naidu Garu also. I already informed him about this project, and I am going to do this. I want to take it up very seriously because I have about 30-35 students I have with me, about 3,500 doctorates I have. I definitely want to do this. I want to take it up as a social work. In fact, then this is for my satisfaction I want to do this. And I want all your well wishes for this, and I thank everyone for attending this function. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your visionary speech. An individual who is deeply interested in understanding and teaching about economics. As someone who has graduated from the prestigious London School of Economics, he has remained a pillar of support in KPMG initiatives to teach youth about the Indian economy as well as promote and encourage startup innovations. I invite Mr. Sandeep Paidi to come onto the dais and give your speech, please.
Good morning, Honorable Minister of State and other dignitaries on the dais. As I was walking on, I was asked to keep it very brief, so I will be very brief. There was something that I had read a few years back when this whole startup ecosystem was being spoken about across the country. And it said there are two kinds of people. One that are good listeners. I am one of them. I just listened to some instruction that was given, so I will keep it short. And the other is people who don't listen. And the latter segment are supposedly better founders, right? So in our education system, it's always said, listen to your teacher, follow instructions, but apparently they don't make good founders. So don't listen, break the barriers, go start your startups. And I think there is a huge boom there on the startup ecosystem. I think the recent economic survey said there are about 1.2 lakh recognized startups in India, and about 45% of them, which was very surprising, 45% of them come from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, which is quite a surprise to me when I read it, because all our startups that we notice or we speak about are all unicorns focused on urban areas and urban problems. So as innovators, I think your biggest inspiration is to find that problem and look to solve it. Now, as KPMG, we are a professional services firm. We do audit, tax, advisory, but there is a focus on startups too. We have our own internal hackathon, which we run every year. And again, as a surprise, when we did this hackathon last year, one of the award-winning selections was somebody trying to solve the problem of non-revenue water. So from water source to the supply you get at home, there are a lot of leakages. Governments tend to lose money, right? So there was someone trying to solve that problem, and this is coming from a professional services firm like KPMG. So somebody is thinking of problems outside too. We also have something called Innovation Kaleidoscope, where we invite startups to come and pitch to the partners in KPMG. The idea is, if we like certain startup and their solutions, can we take that along with KPMG to larger clients? So giving them that market access. So that is something that we as KPMG are also doing. So just to sign off, I wanted to wish the ISF, I've been involved with it for the last 2 years, and the Ankura Bus Yatra, which is quite a unique concept, where they're trying to mix startups as well as established promoters and investors into one bus journey to various locations in Andhra. So I'd wish it all the best, both the initiatives, and look forward to continue to support them. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandeep. So now we have an experienced investment and M&A professional with 19 years of experience across venture capital, investment banking, and management consulting, member, steering committee for product commercialization fund BIRAC since 2023. I invite Mr. Srikanth, a partner in 108 Ventures, to come onto the dais and give his speech.
Good morning, everyone, and good morning to the Minister and all the dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Thank you so much. Love to be here. I've actually been here at your university before as well, and love coming back. You know, I run a venture capital firm called 108 Capital. We're about a $108 million fund. We invest in about 4 to 6 million in growth stage startups, but that's my day job. From day one of ISF, I think all of us have been volunteers here, some sitting here, some far away. So, you know, all of us, I think, and not me, but, you know, most others have been working very tirelessly, Deena, Mahesh, and all of them. I will keep it very short. This is a golden opportunity for any entrepreneur and investors and mentors to come onto this platform to contribute to the ecosystem, right? I'll just sum it up with that, because, you know, be it growth stage investors or early stage or angel or mentors, you will find all of them on one platform. It's very difficult for any of you to go out and find something like this anywhere else. And, you know, Deena will probably substantiate the facts in terms of the lakhs of startups that have applied, the numbers that we have funded, and, you know, the past 2 events, they have been like tremendous in terms of success. And I don't think we will, you know, probably sleep anything short of that in the coming, you know, September event. With that, thank you so much. We are all around and happy to look forward to kind of interacting with you in the coming months. Thank you.
Thanks, Srikanth. Srikanth has been with ISF from day one, and he's been supporting for ISF with all his inputs and many suggestions. Yeah. So now I invite our guest of honor, Sri Rajshekhar Chintalapalli, IFS, Ministry of External Affairs. And he's an ambassador, Rajshekhar, and Indian Foreign Service Officer 1990 batch representing India around the world and served in different capacities in India and the state, including as the RPO for the combined state and most recently heading the portfolio of international engagement of all states, union territories in Government of India. Welcome, sir.
Very good morning, very distinguished guests on the dais, Honorable Minister. I briefly ran into the Minister in Delhi and I said, I am your subject because I am also from Guntur. Before this, I had the wonderful opportunity to meet you, sir. And thank you very much, the Koneru Lakshmi University organizers and Mr. J. Chaudhary Garu. First of all, I would like to sincerely apologize because of the road condition. I got a little delayed. Please excuse me. I would like to congratulate this wonderful curtain raiser. Otherwise, we may see that there are problems, and we don't have any mega city, and we don't have a capital city, and we don't have investment capital and all. This is a wonderful opportunity to turn the problem on its head. Say, here is opportunity, not one city but several smart cities, and also enterprising, bubbling energy, and great leaders. We have visionary leader, Honorable Chief Minister Garu, Chandrababu Naidu Garu, and we are very happy and proud of Honorable Minister who has made it big. He reminds, this Parinita movie, if you remember, there is a dialogue, with your permit. So here the hero goes to a steel plant in Europe, and the guy asks, have you come for a naukari job, because we are brown skinned. He says, no, आपके company में नौकरी करने के लिए नहीं, आपकी company खरीदने के लिए आया. So Honorable Minister, always gives us that inspiration that we can dream and do big things. Somebody said that, for success we need to do DDD, dream, discipline and devotion. You need to work hard. And here we have the illustrious leaders, Mr. Chaudhary Garu. I have the privilege of knowing him for almost 3 decades. He has founded the Software Technology Park and created, all the IT buzz and IT industry, which has really introduced our state proudly to the whole world. So once done, we can do it better and quicker now. This is the first thing that I would like to do. I would like to tell you. The second thing is, this reminds me of a short story, Stone Soup. Have you heard of this story? So once, 100 years ago, when Europe was still poor, there was war between England and France, and there were soldiers returning from battle. They were very hungry, tired, 3 of them. And towards the end of the day, they see a village there, and they're very happy. We have a village here, people there. Probably they will give us some food and some place to rest. But when they go there, then they also see the people. See, they offer nothing. They hide everything, and they say, we don't have any place to sleep, we don't have any food to offer you, we don't have any drink. Then the soldiers, they say, okay, then we'll have to make stone soup. You heard the story? Then stone soup, never heard. That excites. They go to the town hall and assemble the people. They're saying that we're going to make stone soup. What is this stone soup? They says, first bring 3 stones. Every place has, stones. So big stones put together, to create, fire. So then a big dish and bring water, and they say that, we need some little cabbage. Cabbage is there, some butter and carrot. So each one they think that, oh, this big dish is coming, we're going to go partake the treat, and everybody contributes. Finally, is a wonderful dish from nowhere. So they say that's nothing, we don't have anything, but from that they create a wonderful dish and also party in the evening. So what is important is, as the founder has said, that it all starts here. It's a mental game that we believe that we can do it. So thank you. So I would like to say that we have created that in the past, so now we can do that much better. And I will be very happy to join this wonderful effort as a volunteer and be together. I was last heading the portfolio in the Government of India. It's called States. The job is connecting states with the world. That is, the state has ideas as to how to develop socially, economically, but with conscious, well-calibrated flow of international inputs for development. If it is capital, joint ventures, technology, exports, we can do much better. So for that, what we can do is that with these ideas that you sweep by end of October, we can start, when we can chalk out an action plan and ask our ambassadors and consul generals around the world, wherever we want to collect, source, target countries and economies, that here is what we want for this, so that we place our requirement dovetailing into the action annual plans of the missions around the world. So we'll work that together. I'll be very happy to contribute, and I would wish every success to this great effort. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So before I invite our chief guest, let me brief his introduction. Dr. Pemmasani is a doctor by profession. He is the founder and CEO of UWorld, which he started at the age of 25. UWorld was founded on the principle of helping people achieve their education and career goals. This has remained at the heart of the operation for over 2 decades. Dr. Pemmasani, in his various endeavors, has worked tirelessly towards his resolve to assist students in local communities and around the world. His changemaker efforts go beyond the field of education. From Dallas in USA to Andhra Pradesh in India, Mr. Pemmasani's resolve to work for the improvement and prosperity of the society has given rise to numerous initiatives and projects which benefit the public. Now, I invite Dr. Pemmasani Chandrasekhar, Honorable Minister of State for Rural Development and Communication, to deliver the speech to the gathering.
Thank you. Thank you. అందరూ ఇంగ్లీష్లో మాట్లాడారు. ఇక్కడ ఎక్కువ మంది తెలుగు ఆడియన్స్ ఉన్నారనుకుంటా, కాబట్టి నేను తెలుగులో మాట్లాడతాను ఎక్కువ. మొట్టమొదటిగా ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఒక ఇనిషియేషన్ తీసుకొని ఆర్గనైజ్ చేసినటువంటి జేఏ చౌదరి గారికి, ఎందుకంటే ఈరోజు హైదరాబాద్ ఆ విధంగా అభివృద్ధి చెందింది అన్నా, తెలుగు వాళ్ళు దేశ విదేశాల్లో ఎంత అద్భుతంగా ఉన్నారన్నా, ఆ రోజు చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారి విజన్లో ముఖ్యమైనటువంటి పాత్ర పోషించినటువంటి వ్యక్తి చౌదరి గారు, జేఏ చౌదరి గారు. ఆయన ఈ వయసులో కూడా ఎంత ప్యాషనేట్గా ఈ ఇనిషియేషన్ తీసుకోవటం, మాట్లాడే విధానం కానీ, నా దగ్గరికి వచ్చిన విధానం కానీ, ఆయనకి ఈ సమాజంలో జరగబోయేటువంటి విషయాల మీద ఉన్నటువంటి అవగాహన, అంటే ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ ఇంటెలిజెన్స్ రాబోతోంది, ఉద్యోగాలు పోబోతూ ఉన్నాయి, ఇలాంటి సమయంలో ముందు చూపుతో మనం ఎలాంటి చర్యలు తీసుకోవాలి అనే దాని మీద డీప్గా స్టడీ చేసి అందరినీ, మరి ఎక్కడెక్కడో ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరినీ కూడా తీసుకువచ్చి ఈ విధంగా చేయటం అనేది అది అందరి వల్ల సాధ్యమయ్యేటువంటి పరిస్థితి కాదు. కాబట్టి ఇంకొకసారి మీకు ధన్యవాదాలు చౌదరి గారు. రెండోది, ఇక్కడ కాలిఫోర్నియా నుంచి వేరే ప్రాంతాల నుంచి చాలామంది వచ్చారు. వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా బాగా సెటిల్ అయిపోయారు లైఫ్లో, కావాల్సినంత డబ్బు ఉంది. ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్కి రావాల్సిన అవసరం కూడా వాళ్ళకి లేదు. అయినా కూడా ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ అంతా తిరిగి ఇవి చేయాలి అనుకుంటున్నారంటే వాళ్ళకి ఈ ప్రాంతం మీద ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రేమ, వాళ్ళకి ఆ వృత్తి మీద ఉండేటువంటి నిబద్ధత, రాబోయే తరానికి చేయాలనుకునేటువంటి మేలు, ఇవన్నీ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడికి వస్తున్నారు. వాళ్ళు మీ అందరికీ మా గుంటూరు ప్రజల తరపున ఇంకొకసారి ధన్యవాదాలు చెప్తా ఉన్నాను. గట్టిగా మీరు అందరూ వాళ్ళకి చప్పట్లు కొట్టాలి. ఎందుకంటే
గత 5 సంవత్సరాల్లో ఈ ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్రంలో బహుశా ఇలాంటివి ఎక్కడ జరుగుండవు. మీరు అడగొచ్చు, ఇప్పుడు ఇవి ఎందుకు చేయాలి ఇలాంటివి అంటే, దీనికి 3 ఉన్నాయి కారణాలు. గవర్నమెంట్ ద్వారా కొంత మాత్రమే చేయగలరు ఎవరైనా. నేను 3 నెలల నుంచి గవర్నమెంట్లో ఉంటే ఒక ఎంప్లాయీ పని చేయకపోతే వాళ్ళని తీసేయలేం, ఏమీ అనలేం. ఒకటి ముందుకు వెళ్ళాలంటే మా టెలికాం డిపార్ట్మెంట్లో సోషల్ మీడియా వాళ్ళు కరెక్ట్గా కాంట్రాక్టర్స్ పని చేయకపోతుంటే వాళ్ళని తీసి కొత్త వాళ్ళని హైర్ చేయాలంటే 6 నెలలు పడుతుంది. వీళ్ళని తీసివేయాలంటే 3 నెలలు ముందు నోటీస్ ఇవ్వాలి, కొత్త టెండర్ వేయాలి, ఒక ప్రాసెస్ ఫాలో అవ్వాలి 6 నెలలు. అదే నా కంపెనీలో అయితే కరెక్ట్గా 2 రోజుల్లో చేసేసేవాడిని నేను. అంత తేడా ఉంటుంది ప్రైవేట్కి గవర్నమెంట్కి. కాబట్టి ఇప్పుడు అమెరికా మీరు చూస్తే, అమెరికా ఈరోజు ఎంత ఫ్లరిష్ అయ్యి ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళు అమెరికా వెళ్ళాలని ఎందుకు అనుకుంటున్నారు? అక్కడ గవర్నమెంట్ ఉద్యోగాలు లేవు, ప్రైవేట్ ఎంటర్ప్రైజెస్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇలాంటి వాళ్ళందరూ కూడా కలిసి నిరంతరం పెద్ద పెద్ద కంపెనీలు పెడితే అక్కడ ఉద్యోగాలు చేయడానికి అందరూ వెళ్తున్నారు. కాబట్టి ఈ స్టార్టప్ ఎకోసిస్టమ్ అనేది ఏ కంట్రీకైనా కూడా లాంగ్ టర్మ్గా సస్టైనబుల్గా ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే అత్యంత ముఖ్యమైనది. ఆ ఉద్దేశంతో దీన్ని తీసుకొస్తా ఉన్నాం. రెండోది, తీసుకురాగానే అద్భుతాలు జరుగుతాయా అంటే వెంటనే ఏవీ జరగవు. రోమ్ వాజ్ నెవర్ బిల్ట్ ఇన్ ఎ డే. అదేవిధంగా దీని ముఖ్య ఉద్దేశం ఇమ్మీడియట్గా ఏంటి అంటే ఒక అవేర్నెస్, ఒక డిస్కషన్ తీసుకురావటం. మీరు అమెరికాలోనే డాలస్ లేకపోతే ఇంకో ప్లేస్ నుంచి కాలిఫోర్నియాకి వెళ్ళి మీరు అక్కడ 2-3 రోజులు ఉంటే ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ చాలా డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది. మాట్లాడితే స్టార్టప్ గురించి మాట్లాడతారు, ఐడియాస్ గురించి మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటారు. కాలిఫోర్నియా డిస్కషను టెక్సాస్ డిస్కషన్కి కూడా చాలా డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంటుంది. అంటే ఆ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ అలా క్రియేట్ అయ్యి ఉంది. అలాంటి ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ని ఈ రోజున ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లో క్రియేట్ చేయాలి అనే ఒక ఉద్దేశంలో భాగం ఇది వచ్చిన తర్వాత సెకండ్, ఈరోజు ఆంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్ ఎవ్వరు కూడా ఇమీడియట్గా తయారయ్యి ఉండరు, ఎందుకంటే వాళ్ళు రోడ్డు మీద ఉండరు. వాళ్ళకి ఇలాంటి అవేర్నెస్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ ఏమేమి స్టెప్స్ కావాలి? ఇందా చౌదరి గారు చెప్పినట్టు మెంటర్స్ కావాలి, దాన్ని ఎలా పాలిష్డ్గా ఆలోచించాలి, ఏ బిజినెస్లు సక్సెస్ అవుతాయి, ఏ బిజినెస్లు ఫెయిల్ అవుతాయి, ఏ బిజినెస్లకి ఇన్వెస్టర్స్ డబ్బులు ఇస్తారు, ఏ బిజినెస్ని ఇక్కడి నుంచి గ్లోబల్ స్కేల్కి తీసుకురావాలంటే ఏ విధమైనటువంటి టాలెంట్ మన కంపెనీకి కావాలి. ఇలాంటివన్నీ కూడా అత్యంత ముఖ్యమైనవి, డబ్బు కన్నా కూడా అత్యంత ముఖ్యమైనవి అవన్నీ కూడా వాళ్ళు వాలంటీర్గా చేయటానికి వీళ్ళందరూ వచ్చారు. సో దీన్ని వాళ్ళు కూడా ఎప్పుడు వస్తారంటే అందరి దగ్గరికి వాళ్ళు కూడా వెళ్ళరు. ఒక చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారు లాంటి విజనరీ లీడర్స్, ఒక ప్రోగ్రెసివ్ గవర్నమెంట్ వాళ్ళకి ఇవ్వాల్సిన గౌరవం, రెస్పెక్ట్ ఇచ్చి వాళ్ళని ఎలా ముందుకు తీసుకువెళ్ళాలో తెలిసినటువంటి వ్యక్తులు ఉన్నప్పుడు మాత్రమే వాళ్ళు కూడా వస్తారు. ఈ విధంగా వచ్చినటువంటి అవకాశాన్ని గుంటూరు ప్రజలందరూ కూడా యూనివర్సిటీల్లో ఉండేవాళ్ళు కానీ ఇంకొకళ్ళు కానీ ఉపయోగించుకోవాలి. ఎలా ఉపయోగించుకోవాలంటే ఇవి మాటలే కాకుండా ఆల్మోస్ట్ 250 crores ఫండ్ తోటి వీళ్ళందరూ ఉన్నారు. ఈ రోజున మన దగ్గర ఐడియాలు ఉంటే మనం కష్టపడితే డబ్బు అనేది ఎప్పుడు కూడా సమస్య కాదు. కష్టపడే వాళ్ళకి వద్దన్నా కూడా డబ్బు వస్తుంది. కాకపోతే మొట్టమొదటిగా మనం కష్టపడాలి, త్యాగం చేయాలి. చేసినప్పుడు మంచి మంచి కంపెనీలు వస్తాయి. ఇన్నోవేషన్కి కానీ కొత్త ఐడియాలకు కానీ హద్దులు ఎక్కడా లేవు. కొండల్లో ఉంటుంది, ఫారెస్ట్లో ఉంటుంది, డెజర్ట్స్లో ఉంటుంది, రూరల్ ప్లేసెస్లో ఉంటాయి. ఒక అర్బన్ ఏరియాస్లో మాత్రమే ఏవి ఉండవు. రూరల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మీరు అన్నట్టు ఇండియాలో 60% ఈరోజు రూరల్ ఎకానమీ. ఇండియన్ గవర్నమెంట్ సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ అని స్టార్ట్ అయింది. సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ ద్వారా దాదాపుగా 10 కోట్ల జనాభా అందులో ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయి ఉన్నారు. ₹1,00,000 ఆదాయం వచ్చేవాళ్ళు 1 కోటి మంది ఉన్నారు. అందులో కొంతమంది అయితే 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs రూపీస్ కూడా ఈరోజు సంపాదిస్తూ ఉన్నారు సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్ ద్వారా. నేను వీళ్ళకి కూడా చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే అందులో సక్సెస్ అయిన వాళ్ళు, అంటే వాళ్ళకి లోయెస్ట్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఉన్నా కూడా వాళ్ళు కష్టపడి ఆ స్టేజ్కి తీసుకొచ్చారు. వాళ్ళని కూడా మీరు పికప్ చేస్తే ఆ టాప్ ఆఫ్ ది సెల్ఫ్ హెల్ప్ గ్రూప్స్లో మీకు కూడా కొన్ని మంచి అవకాశాలు, అంటే వాళ్ళకి ఇవ్వాల్సినవి మీరే మిగిలిన 5 M's ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో, మనీ, మెంటరింగ్, అవన్నీ మీటింగ్ స్పాట్స్, ఇవన్నీ వాళ్ళు కూడా నెక్స్ట్ లెవెల్కి వెళ్ళేటువంటి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. అదేవిధంగా మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ఆంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్, కాలేజెస్, యూనివర్సిటీలో వాళ్ళు కానీ దీన్ని ఒక మూమెంట్ లాగా తీసుకొని రియల్ రూరల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ని, ఇప్పుడు మన కోనేరు లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గారు చెప్పినట్టు, సత్యనారాయణ గారు చెప్పినట్టు, ఒక ఇండివిజువల్ యూనివర్సిటీ కూడా రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ తీసుకొని స్టూడెంట్స్ని రూరల్ ప్లేసెస్లో ఎక్కువసేపు ఉంచి వాళ్ళతోటి మాట్లాడి వాళ్ళ సమస్యలు తెలుసుకుంటే ఏముంటాయి, జనరల్గా రైతులకి క్రాప్స్ సరిగా రావు, ఈల్డ్ వచ్చేటువంటి వాటి మీద రీసెర్చ్ చేయొచ్చు, చాలా పురుగులు కానీ ఇవన్నిటినీ చంపేటువంటి కెమికల్స్ సరిగా ఉండవు, వాటికి కావాల్సినటువంటి ఇన్నోవేటివ్ కెమికల్స్ని బిల్డ్ చేయటం, ఇలా న్యూమరస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. వీటన్నిటినీ సాల్వ్ చేసుకునే కెపాసిటీ వీళ్ళందరి సహకారంతో మీకు ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి అదంతా మీరు చేసుకోవచ్చు. రూరల్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్ కనుక మనం క్రియేట్ చేయగలిగితే అర్బన్తో కాకుండా మనం నేచర్ తోటి వర్క్ చేసినట్టు ఉంటుంది. అర్బన్తో చేస్తే ఒక్కొక్కసారి నేచర్కి అగైనెస్ట్గా వెళ్ళినట్టు ఉంటుంది, రూరల్లో మాత్రం ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్తో వర్క్ చేసినట్టు ఉంటుంది. కల్చరల్ హెరిటేజ్ కూడా మనకు ప్రిజర్వ్ అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఈ రూరల్ ఎంప్లాయ్మెంట్, రూరల్ స్టార్టప్స్ అనేది అన్నిటికంటే ముఖ్యమైనవి. ఇవి ఓన్లీ స్టూడెంట్సే కాదు, ఎందుకంటే చాలామంది చదువుకున్న వాళ్ళు, ప్రొఫెసర్లు ఉన్నారు. నేను కూడా నా ఎడ్యుకేషనల్ బిజినెస్ అంతా స్టార్ట్ చేసింది స్టూడెంట్గా అయినా కూడా టీచింగ్ చేసేటప్పుడే 10 మందికి 20 మందికి టీచింగ్ చేస్తూ ఉన్నాను. ఎక్కువ మందికి ఎలా టీచ్ చేయాలి, అమెరికా మొత్తం నేను చెప్పేది చదవాలనే ఉద్దేశంతో స్టార్ట్ అయిన వ్యక్తిని. అలాగనే డాక్టర్స్ కానీ 50 ఏళ్ళు వచ్చినా 60 ఏళ్ళు వచ్చినా కూడా మీరు బిజినెస్ పెట్టడానికి ఇది నా వయసు అయిపోయిందని అనుకోవద్దు. మీలో కూడా మీరు డే టు డే ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చూసి మైండ్ సెట్, మనం ఈ ప్రాబ్లంను 10 మందికి ఎలా సాల్వ్ చేయగలం, ఈ సాల్వ్ చేస్తే మనకి ఎవరన్నా క్రెడిట్ కార్డ్ తీసి డబ్బులు ఇస్తారా అనే ఆలోచన కనుక ఉంటే ఎవరైనా కూడా స్టార్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. వారు అన్నట్టు ఇందాక రోబోటిక్ సర్జరీలు, డాక్టర్స్ కానీ ఎన్నో చేయొచ్చు. ఇందులో చాలా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఒక్కొక్కసారి మనకి విపరీతమైన తెలివి లేకపోయినా, కొత్త ఐడియా రాకపోయినా కూడా వేరే దేశాల్లో ఉండేటువంటి వాటిని కూడా చూసి వాటిని బెటర్గా ఇక్కడ చేయగలిగినా కూడా మంచి బిజినెస్లు అవుతాయి. కాబట్టి ఇవన్నిటినీ కూడా ఉపయోగించుకొని మీరు అందరూ ఈ స్టార్టప్ ఎకో సిస్టమ్ మీద బిల్డ్ చేస్తారని, మీరు గుంటూరు ప్రాంతంలో ఏదున్నా సరే, అంటే నేను ఇంకా అనౌన్స్ చేయలేదు, mygunturmp.in అని ఒక వెబ్సైట్ ఉంది, అక్కడ మీ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఏమైనా ఉన్నా కూడా అప్లోడ్ చేయండి. మేము వీళ్ళందరితోటి కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి మిమ్మల్ని వాళ్ళని కోఆర్డినేట్ చేసి ముందు డెఫినెట్గా ఇంకా అడిషనల్ మనీ కానీ, మెంటరింగ్ కానీ ఇంకా ఎక్కువ మందిని తీసుకొచ్చి ఈ ప్రాంతంలో మ్యాక్సిమం చేసే విధంగా చేస్తాం. ఏమైనా ఈ కార్యక్రమాన్ని ఆర్గనైజ్ చేసినటువంటి యూనివర్సిటీ వాళ్ళకి, ప్రతి ఒక్కళ్ళకి, పాత్రికేయులకి అందరికీ మరొకసారి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాం. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. మీ ఇన్స్పిరేషన్ చేసుకొని చాలా చక్కగా మన తెలుగులో సామెతన్నట్టు అరటిపండి ఒలిచినట్టుగా నీట్గా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు. సార్ సజెషన్స్ తీసుకొని మనం అందరూ అవన్నీ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసి లెట్స్ టేక్ ఇట్ ఫార్వర్డ్ ఫర్ ద గ్రోత్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా. సో విత్ దిస్ ఐ రిక్వెస్ట్ అవర్ Honorable Minister and also our guest of honor Sri Rajshekhar Garu to launch the beginning of the Ankur Yatra.
Imagine a future where innovation and entrepreneurship thrive in every corner of our nation, even in the most remote villages. Rural Ankura Bus Yatra, powered by the International Startup Foundation, led by Shri J.A. Chaudhary, is turning this vision into reality. This pioneering initiative connects global leaders, investors, and mentors from America to Andhra Pradesh, United Kingdom to Uttarakhand, Australia to Assam, Japan to Jammu, Singapore to Sikkim. From visionary ideas to startup ventures, the Rural Ankura Bus Yatra nurtures talent and builds a vibrant rural startup ecosystem with regional contests and a grand finale on October 1st. Startups have a unique opportunity to showcase their ideas and connect with global leaders. Institutions will also get the excellent branding and global network. Empower your future. Join the Rural Ankura Bus Yatra and be part of the change.
Now I request all the dignitaries on the stage to release the posters of Ankura Yatra. And we also have a Samyak poster launch as well from KL University.
Good morning to all the dignitaries and to the minister, sir. So Samyak is a national level techno management fest. So this year we are conducting upon October 4th and then 5th, and with a theme of Atmanirbhar Bharat given by our Honorable Prime Minister. So we are coming upon 2 days, which is upon October 4th and then 5th, which is having upon a lot of 100+ technical activities with a national level hackathon.
So now the stage is open for the media. If you have any questions while this is going on, I request all the VCs and college heads belongs to Guntur Lok Sabha constituency to proceed to the FED reception hall. Our volunteers will guide to the location where you will be having the private meeting with the Honorable Minister. Any questions from the media? Just 1 or 2 questions to Minister. Volunteers can help the media if they have any specific questions to the dignitaries on the stage. Okay.
Volunteers to identify themselves and interact with others.
Apart from Honorable Vice Chancellors from Guntur Parliamentary Constituency, I request all the investors and also the CXOs, global CXOs who have come, participated in this today's Ankura Yatra, also participate in that meeting, brainstorming session with the Honorable Minister. The reason why we wanted to have this brainstorming session with the Honorable Minister, because we need to create one success story. Suppose Guntur as a parliamentary constituency, we have a good number of very good high quality educational institutions are there, a lot of entrepreneurs are there, and also we have a minister who himself is an entrepreneur, though he is a MBBS doctor and went to US, but he became a technology entrepreneur, a very successful entrepreneur, and also he started his startup startup journey as a political entrepreneur. Within no time, he became the minister at the Government of India level. I don't think any other politician became MP and again became the minister. I think a lot of things we have to learn from Honorable Minister, how to start a company and take it to the next level. So we wanted to create the Guntur constituency, parliamentary constituency. We want to take this as a challenge. How do we make this as a role model for the rest of the parliamentary constituencies in the country? There's a reason why we requested Honorable Minister to spend his valuable time. I request some of the CXOs, CEOs, investors, along with the Vice Chancellors who belong to this area, and we will spend some time, and based on the discussion, we will create an action plan, and we request Honorable Minister to give at least half an hour time to review. Even if it's in Delhi, we can have a half an hour time. We need to create some metrics. Otherwise, talking, doing nothing. I mean, I keep telling, analysis leads to paralysis. There's no point in wasting our time doing a continuous analysis. We need to get into action. And our minister is a action-driven. I was just listening to the morning meeting when we were giving a presentation on REF. He got into real action. No, there is no meat in it unless there are some metrics, actionable metrics. That is the kind of minister we have. We are lucky to have such a politician who is action-driven and wanted to get the results into the. So we want to take advantage of that. That's the reason why we wanted to have this brainstorming session, and we will create some actionable metrics. And every month, Honorable Minister, if you can give half an hour time. Thank you. So in the 1 hour time, suppose somebody, if I say that I'm going to do this, out of that, have you done something? Have you started at least getting into that? This without that, తెలుగులో సామెత చెప్తా, ఆంధ్రులు ఆరంభ సూర్యులైన ఆరంభంగా చాలా చెప్పేస్తారు, మేము ఇచ్చేస్తాం అది చేస్తాం. లాస్ట్కి I mean, we know that we had that kind of a mindset, but we need to change. That changing time has come. This era is Sandhikalamlo, we have to change that attitude to action-oriented Andhras. I think he can take the lead. And if there are no questions, then I request all the CXOs and investors who have come from different parts of the globe and to be with that session, brainstorming session. Where is that location?
Just adjacent, sir.
Somebody can guide them?
Will do.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So one second, just please hold on. I request our Honorable President Satyanarayana Garu to felicitate the Honorable Minister Pemmichani Chandrasekhar Garu. I also request him to kindly felicitate Dr. J. Chaudhary Garu. Already done. And Shri Rajshekar Chintapalli IFS, Ministry of External Affairs. Hold on. For the participants and the other dignitaries, the lunch is arranged towards the left side of this building, and the Vice Chancellors and CXOs, they can come to the luncheon meeting in the right side of this building in the FED ground floor. Our team will be helping them. I request all of you to kindly stand up for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
All the participants can go towards your right side for the lunch. The CXOs and the Vice Chancellors and other dignitaries towards the left, towards your left side.